The White House is now pivoting as it comes to grips with the likelihood that many of the president's key agenda items are not going to pass Congress anytime soon. President Biden is acknowledging that ongoing talks with Senator Joe Manchin, along with procedural steps, have caused Democrats to miss their self-imposed deadline to pass the Build Back Better spending bill.
CNN's Daniela Diaz is live on Capitol Hill. All right, Daniela, we know this isn't going to happen anytime soon, but based on your reporting, when do you think this proposal could potentially make it to the Senate floor?
Paula, Democratic leaders are hoping that in the spring this will be put to a vote in the Senate. But the thing is, it all really hinges on Joe Manchin, the moderate Democratic senator of West Virginia, because he's still a holdout for this legislation. And remember, they plan to pass this using budget reconciliation, which means they need all 50 Democratic senators to sign on for this bill to pass. And if Joe Manchin does not support it, that's not going to happen. He is still concerned about one provision in the legislation, the child tax credit, which is very popular, and he said he supports, but right now it's only extended for one more year, and he believes that because Democrats plan to prioritize this and want to extend it again and again, that the price tag should reflect a 10-year extension, which would mean it would drive up the price. Right now it's priced at $1.75 trillion, and he wants the price tag to reflect a 10-year extension of the child tax credit. But take a listen to what he told our Manu Raju this week about where he stands on these negotiations and why he's not backing down.
They're pressuring you to change your position on the child tax credit.
No one pressures me. I'm from West Virginia.
Are you going to change your position on that?
I've always been for child tax.
Yeah, but the way that's in the bill, the one-year extension.
I've always been for child tax credit and always will be.
So the bottom line here being, Paula and Boris, that Manchin is not backing down. He continues to plan to continue negotiating with Democratic leadership, with President Joe Biden, on some sort of legislation that could possibly pass the Senate. Of course, this Build Back Better Act that would expand the nation's social safety net and is a major priority for the Biden administration.
Knowing Manu, I'm shocked he didn't jump in that car trying to chase Joe Manchin down. Daniela, how are progressives responding to all of this?
They're really upset, Boris. Actually, Congressional Progressive Caucus Chairwoman Pramila Jayapal, who leads the House Progressives, she told our Jake Tapper yesterday, quote, "This is what we feared." She's saying this about the Build Back Better Act, which is a major priority for progressives, because their original plan, progressives wanted this bill passed with the bipartisan infrastructure bill. That bill, remember, that passed earlier this year, almost $2 trillion for hard infrastructure, roads, trains, bridges, that sort of thing. She knew that if that bipartisan infrastructure bill passed, moderates would feel less urgent on negotiating for the Build Back Better Act. So that's why they're upset, but they're not backing down. They do plan to continue pushing for these negotiations to continue in the Senate. And it's clear, knowing the progressives, they're not going to let that go.
Of course not. Daniela Diaz, thank you so much for keeping us up to date on those negotiations.